Okay, this is a lower body workout that will not use any body weights. It's a circuit that's mostly a Pilates type of a circuit. If you are new to exercise, feel free to modify whenever you need to, drop down, lower your leg. If you're not new to exercise and you want to really challenge yourself, you have to kind of make that commitment to yourself before you start. It is going to burn and be uncomfortable. You have to tell yourself you're not going to stop. We're going to start with our right side. We're going to do a donkey kick. You're just going to extend it down and up. After 45 seconds, we're going to do a 15-second hold and then a 45-second pulse. We're starting with that donkey kick. Trying to keep your hips in alignment. A little pause at the top. Enjoy this part because this is definitely the more pleasant part. If you have a mirror, try to watch that leg to make sure that you're getting that leg above the like the 90-degree mark. So you're really trying to make sure you're extending it up. Getting nice pause on at the top. Make sure you feel that in your glutes and hamstrings.
2, 1.
You're going to take it, you're going to hold it. This is where you really have to think. It's a challenge, but you have to kind of commit to yourself that you're going to keep it up. Try to keep it up above that straight line with your hip. 2, okay?
1. Exercise.
And now you're going to pause. This last 45 seconds is difficult. It's going to burn. Try to make sure you're keeping your leg up as high as you can, not dropping it down here. We're looking for up high. Just keep it up nice and high. Keeping that foot flexed if possible. And really thinking about pulsing that up, keeping it up. The main goal is to watch yourself in the mirror. Make sure that you're really focusing on trying to keep that knee up so that you feel that in your glutes and hamstrings. It's burning. You just have to tell yourself you got it.
3, 2, 1.
You're going to come down.
Exercise 2.
Stretch that out. Feel free to pause it if you need to do a good stretch on that side. I always kind of lean back and over to that side. If you don't need to, we're going to get right back into it.
3, 2,
come up. We're going to start right with the left side.
Exercise 1.
Really watching yourself, trying to keep that hip from rotating open. Remember, this is kind of I'm going to try to turn a little bit so you can see better. This is kind of the fun part, if you will. One side you'll find is probably going to be easier than the other, and actually this side may be a little bit more difficult because this one was already kind of working when it was holding you up. So you may feel like this side's a little bit more difficult.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.
Remember, we're really thinking about keeping that leg up above the 90-degree mark.
2, 1. Exercise 1.
And now we're going to pulse for those 45 seconds. Really think about keeping that leg up high. It's burning. I feel your pain, but you got this. You can make it through. Don't let it drop. You got it. Keep it up, up, up. Trying to keep that knee up. Watch yourself in the mirror. Make sure it's not coming down. Just a nice pulse. Trying to keep that hip from opening up.
2, 1.
Come down
Exercise
and stretch
2.
it out. Like glute raise. Heels are going to be together, and you're going to be pushing them together as you raise your glutes up and do a normal glute raise. So you're on your back.
2, 1.
Heels are going to be on the floor.
2.
We're going to do this for 45 seconds. I use my elbows pushing down in to keep my shoulders down in, or my palms are up. Palms facing down, raise your shoulders off the ground.
1.
So.
Exercise 1.
You're lifting up, squeezing with those glutes at the top, trying not to hyperextend your back. You're just going up and down. I think about squeeze at the top, glutes and hamstrings, down. Squeeze at the top, don't hyperextend your back. If you're feeling it in your back, don't push up quite as high. And think about squeezing those glutes and hamstrings. When I'm at the top, I kind of pause to make sure that I'm getting a good exercise there with the tightening up of those muscles. Really think about just extending up and down. Up and down.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.
Next exercise is a bow tap. You're putting your leg out the whole way around, coming up around, and touching it in the back. You're going to do the right side first.
3, 2, 1.
As I do
Exercise
this,
1.
I'm thinking, we're going to start now, I'm thinking about trying to touch and extend it up as high as I can in all directions. So that I'm hitting all those muscles in the back of my leg. And I'm controlling that motion. Try to make sure when you're watching yourself that you're not just going like that. You want to make sure you get high as you can, and down. And make sure you hit everything. It's nice and controlled motion. You're almost done. Feel free to
3,
pause it.
2, 1.
At the end of this
Exercise
exercise,
2.
you're going to pause it if you need to, or stretch it out that side. We're going to get ready, and we're going to start with that left side right away. If you need to pause it, pause it. I'm going to
3,
go over this way.
2, 1. Exercise 1.
Starting out to the side, lifting it up and around. Up and around. Really think about extending as much as you can. You should feel it as you're lifting. You should feel the muscles in your glutes working at different points, different areas of your glute. Really thinking about lifting up and around. After you're done with this, feel free to pause it.
3,
Take as long of a
2,
break as you need.
1. Exercise
Almost
2.
like the glute raise, but lying on your stomach. Your heels are going to be together. You're pushing those heels together, and you're lifting up with your quads. You're lifting your quads off the mat. You're using your glutes and hamstrings. Try not to hyperextend your back on this one. If you're feeling it in your back, really think about not using back. So you want to get your legs, your feet are going to be together.
3,
My knees are out.
1.
I'm laying on my
Exercise 2.
stomach. And when I come up, I'm going to try to think about keeping this part of my leg off the mat. Sometimes this is a difficult one for ladies. If you're really struggling with it, just skip to the next one.
3, 2, 1.
It gets better.
Exercise
Go ahead and
1.
start. It gets better. The more you do this, the better you get. I see with the ladies at the gym, some of them aren't able to keep their legs off the ground at all. After doing this for a while, they do a really good job. So you should feel it in your hamstrings, in your glutes, really trying to keep those quads off the ground, squeezing up. It's a pretty good burn in the back of your leg. Squeezing up, up, up. Try to keep it up the entire time. If not, you're going to just let it rest on the ground and then just pulse up.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.
We're going to go directly, stretch that out. If you need to pause it, go ahead. We're going to go directly to an elbow to knee and out extension.
3,
Okay?
2, 1.
You're bringing the
Exercise
elbow
1.
to the knee, extending out. Elbow to the knee, extending out. We're going to do this for 45 seconds. Hitting that outer hip area, the outside of your glutes, out, bringing it up, touch, out. And then you're going to do that on the other side as well. Keeping that movement nice and controlled. Really thinking about the motion. I know you're getting tired, so you really have to think about keeping control over your motion.
3, 2, 1.
Coming down.
Exercise 2.
Stretch that out. We're going to go right to the left side. Make sure you're stretching that out on that side, getting yourself ready. I'll turn this way for you.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
Touching that knee to elbow and out. Knee to elbow. I'm kind of thinking about that diagonal corner. Actually, a foot flexed is probably more difficult. It's kind of habit for me to point my toes, but a foot flexed you'll probably feel more. I know your glutes are burning, they're on fire. This plant leg is on fire. Good stuff is happening right
3,
now.
2, 1.
Come down, stretch
Exercise
that out.
2.
Okay, the last set of exercises are going to be straight old glute raises. You're going to lie on your back just like you did earlier. Elbows in the ground, palms facing up, not down. Thinking about as you lift up, using glutes and hamstrings to do
3,
the lifting.
2, 1. Exercise 2.
Using glutes and hamstrings to do the lifting, not using your back and hyperextending your back. We're just going to do that for 45 seconds, followed by a 15-second pause.
2, 1.
Lifting
Exercise
up,
1.
thinking glutes and hamstrings, not hyperextending your back. Lifting up and down. Kind of like the donkey kick, this is probably the easier part, so just go ahead and focus on lifting up and down. After you've been already doing this, I know your glutes and hamstrings are probably on fire right now. When you're lifting up, you want to think about, as you're squeezing those glutes at the top, think about pushing through your heels at the bottom. If you feel it in your back, you're probably pushing too far. Think about stopping, but squeezing those glutes at the top. You're coming up and down. When she counts us down, we're going to pause, hold
3,
it up at the top,
2,
and then pulse.
1.
So
Exercise
we're squeezing
2.
those glutes and hamstrings this entire pause. Really thinking about focusing on the backs of your legs, your glutes.
3,
You'll feel a
2,
little bit in your quads.
1. Exercise 1.
Now you're going to keep it up high and just pulse. For this last 45 seconds, you're really thinking about the burn. Just keep in your mind, just tell yourself, you got this, you can do this. This is great exercise, body weight exercises. I use this a lot of times at the end of a leg workout. Just a complete burnout at the end of the leg workout. You can do this with any workout. You can pair this with an ab workout or do a cardio hit and then do this Pilates legs workout. And it's a great workout to add to the end or the beginning of another workout.
3, 2, 1. Exercise
Great job.
2.
You did it. Pat yourself on the back. I will say it does get easier the more times you do it. The first couple times you do it is kind of miserable. As you do it more often, it does
3,
get easier. But great job.
2,